Let me ask you something. If I told you that there are people right now, corporate employees, just like you, who are pulling in an extra $2,000, $5,000, even $10,000 per month on the side, and none of them built a course, none of them went viral on social media, none of them quit their job to grind on a side hustle, would you want to know exactly how they did it? Because here's what most professionals are doing right now when they realize they have skills worth monetizing. Option number one, they start building a course. They have had about passive income, so they spend 3 months recording videos, building models, designing a curriculum, and then they launch it. And $200 comes in if they are lucky. If they're not lucky, maybe $10 comes in, and that's all. Option number two, they decide to become content creators. Now they're posting every day on LinkedIn, churning out videos, writing threads, and starting podcasts. And 9 months in, they have 800 followers and 0 clients. Option number three is the classic side hustle, freelancing, maybe dropshipping, print on demand. They're working a second job that pays like a first job at minimum wage. Ideally. But here's what's wild. All 3 of those people are sitting on gold. Meanwhile, sitting on gold, real, legitimate, high-value expertise from their corporate careers, and they're trading it for pennies because nobody told them about offers. So what I'm going to show you today is why offers beat courses, content, and side hustles, and exactly how busy corporate professionals are using them, that is offers, to generate serious income without building an audience, without quitting their job, or without working weekends. Yes, I'm asking you to stay with me because I'm going to change how you see your career forever. Now, before I go any further, let me tell you why I can talk about this with all the confidence. Back in 2013, I attended a business conference here in Uganda, and something cracked open for me that day. Someone looked at me and said, "Richard, you know what other people are getting paid for?" That question haunted me because I had the same expertise, same result, but I was still trading time for what? For what I knew best. Still capped, still dependent on someone else's budget circle to determine my worth. So I started experimenting. Over the years, I went through leadership training, financial coaching, and even a telemedicine venture called NetDoc, where I helped build something that scaled to 4 countries. That was a masterclass in what happens when you properly package and deliver a solution to a defined problem. And what I discovered after years of working with now hundreds of professionals across Africa and beyond, the biggest thing separating a highly paid professional from a well-paid employee isn't skill. It isn't intelligence. It isn't even opportunity. It's one thing: packaging. Today, I run Beyond Office, and through my King's Court premium coaching program, I have helped corporate professionals like Rose, Catherine, Ruth transform their existing skills into structured, profitable offers. And that's exactly what we are unpacking today. Let me name the 3 traps that are keeping corporate professionals stuck. And I call them traps because they look like income, but they function like cages. Trap number 1 is the course illusion. Courses sound amazing on paper: passive income, scalable, teach once and forever. And if you're good at selling a course about how to sell courses, yes, courses make sense. But here's the brutal truth that course makers don't want to tell you. Courses require an audience. They require trust at scale. They require content marketing, paid advertising, or a platform with existing traffic. And they require people to complete them, which statistically most people don't. Here's the data point nobody talks about. The average course completion rate is under 10%. Under 10%. So even if you sell the course, the result your buyer wanted, they probably never got it, which means they never come back. which means no referral, no testimonial, no real business. Courses are a distribution problem wearing a product costume. And if you don't have a distribution yet, a course is not your next move. The second trap is the content treadmill. The content treadmill. This one is serious. Now, content creation, I love content. This is a YouTube video. I clearly believe in content. But content is not a business. Content is a signal. It's a magnet. It's a trust builder over time. What content does is attract people to your world so that they can eventually buy something. But you know what happens when professionals decide to become content creators as their income strategy? They get on this treadmill, post, a podcast after podcast, engagement is low, reach is unpredictable, and at month 6, they haven't made $1 from content. But they have burned out completely. Because here's the issue. Content without an offer is charity. Let me say it again. Content without an offer is charity. You are giving away value with nowhere for the interested person to go. It's like Tony Stark building the Iron Man suit but never flying it into battle. Now what's the point? Content is the magnet. The offer is the destination. So you need both, but you need the offer first. Trap number 3 is the side hustle grind. Yes, there is this side hustle grind. Look, I respect the grind, but I want you to hear this clearly. Most side hustles ask you to compete on price. For example, dropshipping, you're competing with someone in a different country with lower overheads. Freelancing platforms, you are in a race to the bottom where the client picks the cheapest option. You know what side hustle does? It takes the highest leverage thing you have, your expertise, your reputation, your experience, and swaps it to the lowest leverage income vehicle available. So you spend 10 years becoming, say, director of finance, a risk manager, a head of technology, and now you are selling Canva template for $10. With respect, that's a mismatch. You be sincere to yourself, sincere with yourself. That's a mismatch. So this begs the question, what is an offer? Why does it beat everything else I just described? An offer is a specific solution to a specific problem delivered to a specific person in exchange for a specific price. Now, notice what that definition doesn't say. It doesn't say general knowledge. It doesn't say content. It doesn't say a product anyone can buy. An offer is targeted. It is contextual. It is personal. And because of that, it's worth more. Here's how it actually works. This is the two-phase offer builder. In my two-phase offer builder for busy professionals, we do 2 things. 1 and 2. 2 things. Phase 1 is extraction. We go into your corporate career and pull out what I call sellable problems. These are the problems you solve every single day at work that other people outside your organization are desperately trying to figure out. So your organization pays you to solve these problems for them. But there are thousands of businesses, professionals, and entrepreneurs out there with the exact problem and no one to solve it for. That gap, that is your market. So phase 2 is packaging. So phase 2 is where we take the extracted expertise and build it into a deliverable, priced, marketable offer. Not a vague consulting service, not a course with 47 modules. A clearly defined offer that says, here's your problem, here's my solution, here's what you walk away with, here's the price. When you have that, and this is the part most people miss, you don't need 10,000 followers. You don't need a course platform. You don't need to quit your job. You need 1 to 3 clients and 1 to 3 conversations, because offers close. You see, content attract, courses teach, but offers close. Now let me show you, this isn't theory. Let me show you what this looks like when real corporate professionals use it. One of my clients, director of finance, CPA with 18 years in international NGO, director level, MBA, legitimately impressive resume. But she wasn't asking corporations for consulting gigs. She was sitting on 18 years of financial reporting expertise that NGO leaders with donor-funded budgets and no finance literacy desperately need. Through the two-phase offer builder, we extracted that expertise and packaged it into the Financial Reporting Clarity Insight program, a focused engagement that helps non-profit leaders understand what's blocking clean, accurate, board-ready reporting. She didn't build a course. She didn't create content. She built an offer, and she started using that offer to get clients. The second example I can give is Catherine Ochako, an insurance executive. Catherine co-founded the Africa Insurance Women Association, fellowship with the Chartered Insurance Institute, masters in organization risk management. She had credentials most professionals dream about. But expertise without packaging is just a resume. We packaged her expertise into the Insurance Leadership Accelerator, a defined coaching offer targeting insurance professionals who want to move into senior leadership. That offer speaks to an exact person with an exact problem. That's what offer does. It calls your client by name before they even speak. Oh yes, then Catherine Ochako, former head of technology. Catherine didn't just transition careers. She went through the kind of professional and personal disruption that would stop most people cold: job loss, betrayal, and shame. But then she extracted that experience and the resilience it built and packaged it into the comeback code, a coaching offer helping women whose worlds have been shattered by betrayal or dismissal to rise from crisis to clarity. The offer isn't just a service, it's a story her exact client recognizes themselves in. Whether it is Rose, whether it is Catherine, whether it is the other Catherine, none of them started YouTube channels fast. None of them built a course platform fast. They built offers, and then the offers open doors. If you're just joining us, here's where we are. We covered why courses are a distribution problem in disguise. Why content without an offer is giving away gold for free, and why side hustles waste your highest leverage asset. And I've shown how 3 corporate professionals using the two-phase offer builder created profitable offers from skills they already had, without quitting their jobs, without building audiences, and without starting from scratch. Now let me tell you the one question that separates the professional who does this from the one who doesn't. The question isn't, do I have skills worth monetizing? You do. I can almost guarantee it. The question isn't, is there a market for what I know? There is. Catherine proved it. Rose proved it. Ochako proved it. The question is, have you extracted it? Have you packaged it? Do you have an offer? A clear, specific, priced solution sitting in your hands right now? Because if you don't, if all you have right now is expertise without package, experience without structure, knowledge without an offer, you are not monetizing anything. You are just hoping someone figures out what to pay you for. Now, here's what I want you to know. You are not starting from zero. You are not starting. You are starting from experience. That is a fundamentally different position. The corporate professional who spends years becoming exceptional at something has a head start over every fresh entrepreneur in the room. The only thing missing is the offer. Guess what? Your organization already proved your skills are worth paying for. The market will too when you package it right. So here's my challenge to you today. Before you build a course, before you commit to a content calendar, before you start a side hustle, answer this question. What specific problem do I solve? For whom? And what would it be worth if I could solve it for someone outside my organization? That's the question I want you to answer. If you can answer that, you are 80% of the way to an offer. And if you want help with the other 20%, okay, that's exactly where my Tuesday live workshop comes in. I'll help you extract your skill assets, package them into a deliverable offer, and reposition you to get your first client without quitting your job, without building a massive audience and without wasting months on the wrong strategy. The link to register is in the description below. Come take a look, see if it is for you. And if this video helped you today, I want to do me a favor. Drop a comment below and tell me, what is the one skill from your corporate career that you think someone outside your organization would pay for? I'll read every comment, and sometimes those comments become an entire coaching conversation. So you are more valuable. You are more valuable than you think. Let's make sure the market knows it too. I'm Coach Richard, and in this my channel, I am here to hold your hand and help you turn that skill into an income without quitting your job. Let me see you in the next one.